Hello, my name is Kaelene. Welcome to the Book Buddies, and I'm alive! I promise you I have not died. I'm still here. I just have been working, and so there's not a lot of time to make videos. But the good news is work is awesome, and I love my job, so that's always great. And without further ado, I'm going to get started on my June wrap-up and sort of weird July TBR. The first book I read in June I currently don't have with me because I checked it out from the library, but it is Nikolai, which is the third book in the Left Behind series by Tim LaHaye and Jerry B. Jenkins. And I can't talk much about it because spoilers, but I gave it 4 stars. It was very intense, lots of stuff happening, and it was getting crazier as the book went along, and that ending though, and oh my gosh. And I went to the library to check out the next one, and I was in a hurry, so I just grabbed the next book on the shelf, and then I realized once I got to where I was going that it was the wrong book. It wasn't the next one, and I haven't been back to the library to check out the next one, so kind of frustrated about that, but oh well. The next 2 books I read this month actually kind of double as a haul, but yeah. Anyway, the next book I read was Scarlet, which is the second book in the Lunar Chronicles, and oh my gosh. Anyway, the Lunar Chronicles are a bunch of fairy tale retellings. The first one was Cinderella. This one is Red Riding Hood, in case you couldn't figure it out. And I think out of the books I've read that this is the best one in the series. Like, the romance is so cute. It's so adorable. But I gave this one 5 stars, and like, the first book I wasn't horribly impressed with. Like, it was good, but I wasn't horribly impressed. This one, things picked up a lot more, and I was really into this book. Anyway, the circumstances surrounding me getting this book were quite awesome. I graduated, and so Katie texted me and said she had a graduation present for me, and she left little clues. She was like, yeah, there's like several things to this present, and I couldn't figure it out. So it took me a while before I could go over and see her, but when I did, she gave me this box. And in this box was this book, obviously, and then like a whole bunch of other stuff. It was really cool. She gave me like one of my favorite sodas and a box of candy, and she made this neat necklace based off of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. So it has like a little trident and then like the beads that they get at the end of every camp year. And I thought that was the niftiest thing ever. Like, this is quite awesome. And then she also got me, I think, one of my new favorite t-shirts, and it's a Camp Half-Blood t-shirt. I'm so excited to wear it. Like, I work at a summer camp, so one of the days I'm going to wear that shirt. It's going to be awesome. Anyway, the third book I read this month was Chris, which is the third book in the Lunar Chronicles series, and the circumstances around me getting this book were also quite awesome, because I had another friend who said she would treat me to lunch as a graduation gift. I have the most awesome friends ever. I'm serious. But anyway, we went and we ate and stopped at Barnes & Noble, and I saw this. I was like, I have to have it, especially since I just finished Scarlet. And so I bought this, and I blew through it, and amazed all the people at work that I read it so fast. Well, not all the people, but some of the people. And yes, I gave this one 4 stars, and this is a retelling of Rapunzel. Not as good as Scarlet, but still really good, and there was some heartfelt moments, and like characters realizing they like each other. It's like, it's so cute. The last book I read this month was Ender's Shadow by Orson Scott Card. I think a lot of people know about Ender's Game. This is kind of like a companion novel. It takes place over the same period of time, but it's from another character's perspective. And I tried to explain this to Katie, and I don't think I did a very good job of it. But basically, it's about these kids training to fight this alien nation that's possibly going to invade Earth again. And it's quite interesting, especially because all these kids are like really smart, like freaking brilliant. And like, you read through the story and they're supposed to be like 5 and 6 in that age range, and you totally forget about it. It's crazy. But it's really good, and I tried to compare it to Ender's Game because I've read Ender's Game. I tried to compare it, but I don't remember the details as well. But It was a really good story, and the main character, his name is Bean, and I'm not gonna tell you why because the book explains it, but he's so, like, conniving. Like, it's so crazy. Like, he's a good person, but he's so conniving and, like, calculating, and it's like, oh my gosh, how do you figure this stuff out? But I liked it. I gave it 4 stars, and the ending was adorable. Like, I didn't think it was possible for a book like this to have a sweet ending like that, but it was sweet, and yeah, it just made my heart happy. So much cliche. Anyway, those were the 4 books I read in June, which was a lot better than I thought it would go, because I didn't know how much I'd be able to read. So I'm pretty proud of those, and they're all decent sized books. Like, they're pretty big. On to the July TBR. My July TBR is kind of sketchy. I have some books I want to read, but once again, I'm not sure, and a lot of people have offered to let me read some of their books, but I'm waiting on them to bring them. So there's a possibility I could read some more of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. There is a possibility I might read Harry Potter. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, though. Probably not, but maybe. And probably more of the Ender's Game series. And I have had these 2 books in my suitcase since I went down to camp. And this is Catch Writer by Jennifer H. Line, and this is Save Me by Lisa Scottoline, and this is a horse book. This is like a thriller, making a choice between saving your child's life kind of book. So they sound really good. I really want to read this one, but I've been putting it off for a while just because I get distracted by other shiny books. This is the book I'm currently reading. I'm borrowing it from Katie, and it's The Iron Trial by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare, but it's the first book in the Magisterium series. I think that's what the series is called. Yes. It's about this kid named Callum, and there is a trial to get into the Magisterium to learn magic, and all his life his dad's told him that he does not want to get into the Magisterium and he needs to fail the Iron Trial, but he fails it failing, and it's quite amusing to read that part of the book, like how badly that went. But anyway, so far it's quite good. Oh yeah, I'm also going to draw a book out of the TBR jar. I make no promises that I'll be able to read it this month, or the next month, or the month after, but I am going to draw a book out of the TBR jar. Finally, I haven't done it in months. So, let's see if I can do this. Every time I do it, I lose like tons of little pieces of paper over the side because it's so full. Who are you? Do I want to read you? I suppose. I didn't drop any papers, guys. Ooh! Uncle Tom's Cabin by Harriet Beecher Stowe. It is set in or before the Civil War. I think it's before the Civil War, and it's about slavery. And it's a classic, so I'm going to assume it's going to be good. I've been curious about it for a while, so I'm looking forward to finally reading it. Anyway, I feel like this video was a little scattered, but hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Katie's been posting videos like crazy. I'm proud of her. She actually has a weekly geek video up. I saw that. I haven't watched it yet, but it looks like it'll be a fun video. And so, yes, she will probably have more videos up. I don't think I'll have videos up for a while. Sorry, guys. But, you know, I'll do what I can. In the meantime, I'll still be reading this. So, I'll see you guys later. Bye. And then the last book I read this month was Ender's Shadow by, excuse me, which is a lot better, and it is about this kid named Callum. I was close. I'll see y'all guys later. I'll see y'all guys later. Oh goodness.